So our agenda is we're going to introduce our project team, tell you a little bit about CLCJAWA. You may have never heard about us before. Introduce our project to you, talk about the pump station that's going to be located on Route 83, and then provide you sources of information and where you can get updates. And then we'll open it up for questions and discussion. Please note that we are recording this meeting. Right now, audio and the video is on me. And this audio and video will be on our website, hopefully tomorrow morning. If you know some folks in your subdivision, I know we had a phone call, someone couldn't make it, and they wanted to see the video. So first, the project team.
I'll navigate the back.
Our project team, so my name is Bill Soucy. I'm the Executive Director at Central Lake County Water Agency. I've been there since 1995. And also with us is Mike Brown. He just wanted to come up and be on.
I did, right? Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it.
Mike's the Public Works Director, longtime Public Works Director for Lake Zurich. We also have our very experienced engineering team here from CDM Smith. We have our project lead, Amru Atasi.
Good evening, everyone. We also have our project manager, Matt Rumpel. Hi, everyone. And then our real estate expert, consultant.
Together we can hopefully answer any and all questions that you might have. So what is CLCJAWA? Well, we are a public water agency. Our mission is to reliably provide our members with quality drinking water through collaborative governance of our 14 members and efficient resource management. We're using water from Lake Michigan. We're a regional leader in drinking water treatment with a history of firsts. We're the first to use ozone disinfection in our water in the region. We're the first to use ultraviolet disinfection, and we use granular activated carbon filter vents. We're the first in the United States to win the Excellence in Drinking Water Award from the AWWA and US EPA. And in terms of population, just to give you some perspective, we're in the top 1% largest water plants in the United States in terms of the population that we serve. We serve 13 villages directly and portions of Lake County through the Lake County Public Works. In total, we serve 285,000 people in water. We were created by our founding communities to provide themselves with high-quality Lake Michigan water through carefully engineered, well-constructed, and well-maintained infrastructure. So to give you a little history on our experience with projects, so we began in 1992 after 10 years of planning with the largest public works project in county history to build our original 35 miles of water main to our 9 original customers. We recently completed a large expansion to Lindenhurst, Lake Villa, Volo, and Wakanda, as well as a few areas served by Lake County Public Works Department. As you might imagine, working with people to lay pipe and build facilities throughout the county requires collaboration and cooperation with lots and lots of entities. We work with railroad companies, ComEd, Natural Gas, Comcast, AT&T, the Army Corps. State archaeologists have looked at this site, Department of Natural Resources, Stormwater Management, the Illinois EPA, state, county, township, departments of transportation. We've worked with every town that we passed through. And most importantly, we work with individual people who own property from whom we require temporary and or permanent easements for our pipe. We appreciate people's understanding that when it comes to water,
Good evening.
there is nothing more important for a community, and their recognition that we all benefit every day from easements that others have granted. If you've not heard this project that's been the public subject of public meetings and in the newspaper for the past couple of years, that's why you're here. We want to catch you up. All right, so why does Lake Zurich seek to change its water source? First of all, Lake Zurich's well water contains compounds that the village removes to make the water safe. The cost of removal is significant and likely will become more so in the future. In addition, the village has to then dispose of those compounds, which is becoming increasingly difficult and soon will require very significant expense. Finally, the Village of Lake Zurich sought and received an allocation of Lake Michigan water from the Department of Natural Resources. So taking into account these three factors, the village voted to secure their water destiny by first pursuing a permanent Lake Michigan water source. And after evaluating numerous options over a few years, they selected the Central Lake County Joint Action Water Agency, or CLCJAWA, where they will have a permanent seat on our board of directors, and they won't be subject to the uncertainty of renegotiated water contracts every couple of years in perpetuity. So why did CLCJAWA vote to accept Lake Zurich as a member? Well, our board approved service to Lake Zurich for three reasons. First, we have sufficient remaining capacity to serve them. Second, the additional revenue will be used to fund capital replacements. Our utility is just hitting 32 years old. We're starting to replace a lot of equipment. And also the revenue will help to maintain downward pressure on future water rates. Finally, the village had been previously identified among all Lake County communities as a best fit for CLCJAWA. So the project that we propose will go from Vernon Hills, which is the southern end of our transmission system, and it will go through a 7-mile long pipeline to the village of Lake Zurich. It also includes a pump station, a small reservoir at the pump station site, and a delivery structure, which will be located in Lake Zurich, where we transfer the water to that community. So here's the project timeline. What you can see on this side are the various tasks that we have during construction, and across here are the years that we've been proceeding. Right now, we're near the end of 2025. We're in the design phase. Water delivery will occur to Lake Zurich in December of 2028. Construction closeout and final restoration will continue into 2029. So let's talk about the pump station. So the first piece of this project was the purchase of a parcel for a pump station that will deliver water through the 7-mile line to Lake Zurich. We very recently closed on that property, and we're anxious to share with you these specifics, because we're going to be neighbors. So this parcel was specifically selected because it was identified in a hydraulic design done by our engineers and through hydraulic modeling. It's also sized properly with access to all the utilities that we need, and it's located within the Village of Mundelein, which is a current CLCJAWA member. So the construction timeline is shown on here for the booster pump station itself. It's permitting, bidding through spring of 2026, groundbreaking in summer of 2026, and completion in the fall of 2028. So this rendering depicts a concept of the facilities, and you can see it here as well, that will be located at the site. There will be a pump house. Behind the pump house is a small water reservoir that will have a brick veneer to look more like a building. Okay. So this particular site is parcel is zone C2, and the pump station use on the site is permitted by the Village of Mundelein. Our neighbors immediately to our northwest are Stoneworthy, and we're across the street from Safe Flight Auto Class. As a governmental body, we respect and comply with local ordinances and regulations. Our operations will be quiet. The site is normally visited once during the day and once in the evening. and will comply with all sound emission standards. The station will comply with lighting standards. We'll minimize light pollution by using shielded lighting that's targeted, low level, and only used where it's needed. Our pipeline will head northeast as we seek the most efficient route in the route plan. This will require easements from property owners for its installation and subsequent landscape restoration. As we continue to refine the route, we'll notify you if your property meets the route criteria. I'm sorry, guys. I get shaky when I'm stressed. It's just genetics. It's what I'm blessed with from my parents. So we do want to keep everyone informed at all times about what's going on. And the best place is you can call. We're going to give you my phone number and email. Melody, our property specialist, phone number and email as well is on the next slide. You can also visit our website to get the most recent updates. We had the meeting announcement on here, for example, and this is where the presentation goes. This is our contact information. So with that, we'll open it up to questions and discussion.
Where are you using the Mundelein property to embed the water to Missouri?
It's because Mundelein is a member of the agency, and we work with the mayors on our board, village managers on our board. It just makes that they're on our technical advisory committee. It makes that communication very simple and straightforward. And hydraulics is. So we can't put the pump station in Lake Zurich. It's because this is an interesting look back going from Vernon Hills to Lake Zurich is over 100 feet higher in elevation. So we have to put the pumps located at where the water starts. We can't put it at the top of the hill. We have to put it at the bottom of the hill. So this area along Route 83 is most suited hydraulically for that purpose.
Are you all aware that we're on a community well?
Yes, very aware of
Will
that.
that interrupt any part of our main that's right behind that property?
No, we're in the water business. My life has been providing water to people. I carried the water when I was a little kid at the campground for my parents. I'm all about water. We're not interrupting the water supply.
Well, there's